It's that feeling that makes you wanna.
Hi, I'm Detector. Detector here. And I go, wah. So then I'd be like, boop, wah. All right, hey guys, Detector here. So today we are back at my local beach / park, and here it is. It is about 9:15 a.m. The tide is on its way up. High tide is at about 11:30 today, and it's supposed to be 3 feet higher than normal. So I had mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I was going to potentially be coming back with some new gear, and I have that new gear here with me today, so let's check it out. So I have added a new scoop handle to my little collection of metal detecting gear. So this is a CKG scoop handle. This is their blue carbon fiber handle. Significantly lighter than what I'm used to. So on this handle I do have the CKG scoop. So now this scoop, actually I got this from CKG a couple of years ago, and it is the handheld scoop. So right here was the handheld version, or how to hold it with your hand. So I took that off and I put on the new carbon fiber handle so that I can use it standing up instead of having to squat down to use it. So this is my handheld scoop turned into a not handheld scoop. So this handle is significantly smaller than what I'm used to. This handle will not fit on every scoop. So I know it's hard to tell here, and I'll show you guys measurements later on, but this handle is significantly smaller. It is shorter, it is lighter, it is narrower than any of my other handles. So I went ahead and got the blue one because blue is my favorite color, but they did have it available in black and possibly silver and maybe green. I don't remember. But I'm excited to take it out. This is my first time taking it out, and this is my first time taking out my CKG scoop not as a handheld scoop. So, and it is significantly smaller than my Sito scoop, which is what I normally use when I'm out metal detecting. So we'll see how this does like in the water. My plan is to do some water detecting today. I have my Nokta double score out with me today, and I've got my water shoes, I've got my digger bag, and my pinpointer, although I don't know that I'm going to be using it just because I'm going to be in the water today. So we will see how that goes. So I'm going to get geared up and we can get to doing some metal detecting. Check it out, guys. Found a little earring. Alright guys, so there's something here. Bring it up as a 40. Ah, dang. Pretty sure that bird's laughing at me. It's uncalled for. Alright guys, I think I've got a coin. Not this. I think there's a coin somewhere right here. There. There it is. Let's see what it is. Did I get it? Nope. There it is. I missed. Okay. Yeah. Oh. There's another one. Where are you? Oh. Nice. Eh. Woo! 50 cents. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 50 cents. Alright guys. Something right there. It's jumping all around, so probably a bottle cap. Yeah. Well, screw cap, lid. Yep. Alright guys, so I just found a coin of sorts. It was ringing up as straight iron. Let's have a listen to it. Look at that. 1, 2, grunty as all get out. It does have some rust on it. And I can't see the writing on it. I don't know. I wasn't even gonna dig it. Alright guys, so I just found another one of those coins, and this one I can read. This one actually says euro cent. So I believe it's a 1 euro cent. Yeah. Interesting that it reads up as garbage. Alright guys, so I just found these. I have no idea what they are. They were just sitting here, like, by all of these trees. I don't know. Any idea? Check it out, guys. There is a soldier trying to take this hill. He's just hanging out here all by himself. Must have gotten left behind. No man left behind. Alright guys, so here are my finds for today's hunt. So these are my hair ties and plastic non-metal bits. Found this huge wad of fishing line, aluminum can, and just kind of aluminum foil wrapper bits. These are all of my pull tabs and beaver tails. These are all of my bottle caps. Surprisingly large number of bottle caps, and evidently people have a taste for Corona, I guess. These are all of my tent stakes, twist tie, random iron, screws, and nails. This is to like a badge, but I didn't find any kind of plastic badge or anything. I have no idea what this might be. Possibly something to like an air pump, maybe for, I don't know, beach ball or something like that. part of a zipper pull. And then for my good finds for today, so I found $1.50 in quarters, 3 dimes, 2 pennies, and 2 1 cents. I believe they are both the Euro cents. One of them, I could just make it out, and I believe that's what both of those are. And then I found 1 junker earring and 1 little toy soldier. And these are all of my finds for today's hunt. So that is it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed our little beach hunt. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I planned on doing water hunting today. Then I could try out my new scoop handle and hopefully find a bunch of good targets from over the weekend that might have been lost. I was in the water for probably about an hour and I found 0 targets. Like, I did not do any digging whatsoever in the water. There was nothing to be found at all. There were the occasional like blips and blops and bloops or whatever of just like probably random tiny little bits of metal that the double score was picking up, but nothing that was like a solid hit, like not even an iron solid hit, nothing. And I made sure to hit the different depths of the water. So I think I went down to about like waist deep to start off with, and I wasn't finding anything. So then I went a little bit more shallow, so I was maybe like a little bit deeper than knee deep, and I didn't find anything. So then I went way deeper and I got to like about shoulder deep water, still nothing, not a zip. So after searching in the water for about an hour, I decided to just call it quits for the water, and I moved onto the dry sand, and that's where I found all of my targets. Every single target that I found, including just like the random trash bits, were all in the dry sand near the trees or while I was walking from tree to tree. So I am a little bit bummed out that I didn't really get to use the scoop in the water. But what I did notice in the water is that because this scoop handle and scoop itself are smaller than my Sito scoop and then my T-Rex scoop, they are significantly lighter. Now, obviously the new scoop handle is carbon fiber, so that in itself makes it incredibly lightweight. But adding that to the lightweight and the smaller CKG scoop that I have, it was very easy to maneuver the scoop handle, and I didn't necessarily feel that drag that I normally feel when I'm out there with my Sito scoop. So now again, this particular CKG scoop was previously and still is a handheld scoop, but it is interchangeable where you can take off the handheld part and add a whole scoop handle like what I did. So you can go back and forth. You can take off the long handle and you can put back on the handheld handle if you wanted to switch them out. And I think that is pretty cool, honestly, because I know my T-Rex scoop doesn't do that, and I don't believe my Sito scoop has that ability either. So being able to decide if you want a handheld or a full-length scoop in one scoop is pretty nice. One thing to note about this CKG scoop handle is that it is significantly smaller than like your standard scoop handle. And so what I mean by that is, so like on my Sito scoop, I currently have a wood handle on my Sito scoop, and all it is a replacement like broom handle that I got from Lowe's like a bunch of years ago. Standard wood, I think it's like pine wood. That handle is significantly thicker or wider than this CKG handle. So now when I bought the CKG handle, I did not bother to measure any of my scoop handle openings to make sure that it would fit, because why would that even be an issue, right? It does not fit on my Sito scoop or my T-Rex scoop. Luckily, I had a CKG handheld scoop, and I was like, let me just try it and see if it'll fit on the CKG scoop. And of course it does, because they are both CKG products. So if you are considering buying this CKG scoop handle, make sure you measure the scoop opening that you have to see if it'll fit. Because again, this handle will not work on my T-Rex scoop, and it will not work on my Sito scoop. Overall, I enjoyed using my new CKG scoop handle today. I love that it is blue because, again, blue is my favorite color. It seems to be pretty durable, which is honestly to be expected given that it is carbon fiber. I didn't really do any torquing on it today, so I can't really speak to how like durable or what kind of strength it has yet, but I know I'm gonna eventually be torquing on it one day, and when I do that, I'll definitely let you guys know how it goes. So I did buy this handle. It was not given to me. I'm not being like paid or whatever to do a review of the CKG scoop handle. I bought it because I wanted it because it was blue. And because I did that, I can say whatever I want, good or bad about it. So it was a toss-up between getting this full length handle, and they do have a breakdown handle. It's the same kind of handle that I got here, except you can break it down. It has like the little metal tension pins in it or whatever they're called, where you could take it apart. I was going to get that one, but given that I'm in saltwater environment and given that the little tension clips are metal, I decided not to get that one, although I really wanted to because it is nice to be able to break down a scoop handle. But I opted not to just because of the saltwater situation. So I did go for the full length handle instead of the one that is collapsible or where you can break it down. But if you're not in a saltwater environment, or honestly, if you just don't care about it, you know, eating up the little metal clip, definitely check out the one that you can take apart. And I'll go ahead and include the links down below for the one that I bought and the other one that I was on the fence about. And it might be something that you might be interested in, especially if you're not around saltwater, if you're more like freshwater, rivers or whatnot. Definitely have a look at that because it is pretty convenient to be able to break down a full-length scoop handle. So if you liked today's video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber to my YouTube channel yet, please make sure you become one by hitting that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys later.